one thing to remember as we go through this process, and whether council decides to move forward a little bit more tonight or a different night, that's within your purview. But every time we take away a crossing opportunity of the river, we start to narrow down our scope and box ourselves into a corner. And at this moment, council's been working with the pedestrian group on the pedestrian bridge crossing, so that's that 6th Street area. We're already seeing that 8th Street is not an option for another variety of reasons. 29th Street's not an option for another variety of reasons. We're down to 19th Street and 11th Street as potential options. We've been working actively the last couple of years with the developer on 19th Street, and his application is just about complete in terms of his subdivision approvals. So again, there's lots of limitations here. The 2005 ward study spoke to 4 different crossings, 29th Street, 19th Street, 11th Street, and 5th Street. And in each case, it again whittled down the crossing opportunities and came down to 19th Street and 11th Street, each having merits or deficiencies for different ways. It favored 11th Street over 19th Street for a few different reasons. From a constructability perspective, there were a lot of questions left hanging on 19th Street. 19th Street has a proximity to the air park, which we have to take into consideration the air parcels and the traveling opportunities for the aircraft. And because the bridge has to also open like 17th Street does, it limits the opportunities for the height of that, the orientation of the swing, all those different things which add to cost. When it came to 11th Street, and I'll quote this, the 11th Street option has lower travel times, lower vehicle kilometers traveled, lower vehicle hours traveled than the similar option at 19th Street, although the differences are quite small. So they were competitive options with each other. 11th Street was a narrow advancement over 19th Street. The intention in both options is to consider coupling the traffic, so that was one way on 17th with 19th, or one way on 17th with 11th, or still two-way on both bridges. So there's a lot of different traffic opportunities there, a lot of different modeling options they were looking at. We're really down to those two in terms of land, and I say again, like, we've been working with the developer in the application on 19th Street, and that subdivision is just about to be approved. So we're really limiting our options. The second part of limiting our options is we have a bridge at 5th Street that, yes, we're going to do a bunch of maintenance on and renew it for as long as we can get out of it, but at some point, as we're planning for generations to come, will require replacement. In order to replace that bridge and take it out of service, we would need to build a temporary bridge, which means we need access to the water again. And even as that temporary bridge goes in for the duration that it needs to happen, whether that's a 2-3 year construction period, we still need to have a crossing opportunity. So I would just caution council that, today we have information that, again, is McElhaney's report is from 2008, Ward is from 2005. Staff have a work plan to update all of our traffic modeling, doing our road network plan, including all our cycling mapping, etc. This is our opportunity to update all of our traffic counts, get the modeling narrowed down, come up with a solid plan that makes this decision easier for council, although it doesn't make it easier for council today. We appreciate that there are other opportunities out there, but in looking at a bridge crossing location or giving up access to the water, I would just caution you that we have very limited opportunities in that corridor.